Dating after 60 comes with surprises. The way women greet you when they haven't had intimacy in a long time says far more than most men realize. Many older men don't understand that the first 5 seconds of her greeting reveal more truth than anything she might say later. A woman's greeting isn't just manners. It's a quiet confession written in her body language, her tone, and the physical space she chooses to open or keep between you. When a woman has been without emotional or physical closeness for a long time, her energy exposes the story before she ever speaks. The way she says hello, the length of her smile, the softness or distance in her eyes, none of these details are random. They are meaningful signals, and if you're paying attention, they reveal everything about her emotional world. Hi, it's Vernon again. In today's video, I'll share 4 psychological patterns in how women greet you when they've been missing intimacy, and what each one quietly reveals about her emotional state, her longings, and what she's communicating without using words. Before we continue, do me a small favor. Tap that like button and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future conversations about attraction psychology, emotional intelligence, and relationships after 60. These topics matter more than people admit, and I'm glad you're here for them. Let's begin with the first one, because it's the kind that often surprises men who aren't expecting it at all. Sometimes a woman gives what I call the overly warm greeting. Touch before talk. This happens when she reaches toward you even before she says a word. Maybe it's a hug that lasts a moment longer than usual. Maybe she touches your arm when she says hello, or stands a bit closer than she needs to, even though a smile from a distance would have been enough. Her body shows up before her words do. If you're not watching closely, you might assume she's simply friendly, but that's rarely the case. This kind of greeting often comes from emotional hunger she hasn't spoken about. When a woman hasn't been touched with real affection and attention for a long time, her body starts craving connection in ways she doesn't always think about consciously. So when she sees you, someone familiar, someone she feels safe around, her instinct is to close the distance. Not because she's trying to flirt, but because she's trying to feel noticed again. The skin is the largest organ of the body, and as one psychologist once told me, it keeps score. When intimacy disappears, the body remembers what it's missing. It reaches outward, sometimes with gentle desperation, for even the smallest sense of closeness. Let me share a simple story. A few years ago, I met an old colleague at a community event. She greeted me with a hug that felt different. Warm, yes, but also heavy, like she was holding on not just to me, but to the feeling of being held. We talked for about 10 minutes, and during that time, she touched my shoulder, twice, lightly, casually, but clearly with intention. Later, I found out she had been living alone for 3 years. Her husband had passed away, and she wasn't searching for romance. She was searching for proof that she still mattered in someone's awareness. That brief touch said, "I miss being noticed." Diane Ackerman once wrote, "We are not our best selves when no one touches us. Touch is the first language we learn and the last we let go." When a woman greets you with warmth that feels just a bit too quick or too eager, she isn't crossing a line, she's compensating. Her body is asking for what her voice is too shy to express. Remind me I still exist. If this feels familiar, share this video with a friend or in a group where these discussions matter. Understanding female psychology and the quiet signs of attraction can change the way we connect with women, especially after 60. But not every woman greets you with warmth. Some greet with distance, not because she's uninterested, but because she's protecting what little emotional strength she still has. The more contained she appears, the more she may actually carry inside. That calm, careful greeting isn't emptiness. It's emotion held tightly, waiting for the right moment to come alive. Have you ever met a woman whose greeting felt kind, yet something inside you whispered she was holding back? She smiles, she's polite, she might ask how you've been, but her body stays just a step away. Her arms stay close to her sides. Her eyes meet yours for a moment, then quickly look away again, like she's opening a door just enough to see out, but not enough to let anyone in. This is emotional self-protection. When a woman has been ignored, disappointed, or left emotionally hungry, she learns to protect herself by showing friendliness without offering real openness. Her smile becomes a shield. Her politeness becomes a quiet wall. She greets you not to build a bond, but to avoid the pain of being rejected or hurt again. Hemingway once said, "The most painful thing is losing yourself in the process of loving someone too deeply." And that's exactly what she fears. So she smiles gently, holds her distance, and waits to see if you're someone who approaches with care instead of expectation. And forgetting that you are important too. She hasn't forgotten that. She's protecting it. This type of emotional caution is very common in people who have spent years giving far more than they ever received. After enough hurt and disappointment, they begin to connect openness with danger. Their nervous system learns to flinch at closeness, to stay polite, friendly, and controlled while quietly keeping love at a safe distance. So when she greets someone new, her body carries a silent message. I want to connect, but I don't trust what will happen next. Many men mistake that space for rejection, when really it's fear dressed up nicely. Her body language quietly says, I'm here, but not fully here. She isn't cold, she's careful. And the more intimacy she's lacked, the thicker that invisible protective wall becomes. As the poet Rumi said, your task is not to seek love, but to find the barriers you've built against it. For her, the barrier isn't meant to last forever. It's temporary protection until she knows she's safe again. And sometimes, behind that polite distance, something deeper waits. Loneliness hiding behind laughter and over-talking. My sister Hazel, who's 67, once told me about a friend who hadn't been touched in years. Not romantically, not affectionately, not even in small, casual ways. Hazel said she started every conversation too fast, like silence made her uneasy. This is the woman who greets you with talk before breath. She jumps into conversation quickly. She fills every moment with jokes, compliments, or extra words. She seems cheerful, maybe even bright and bubbly. But if you really pay attention, you'll notice she never allows silence. She never lets you look too closely. She's performing connection instead of actually feeling it. This is emotional displacement, replacing intimacy with performance. When people fear being vulnerable, they hide it under excitement. When they're starving for emotional closeness but don't know how to ask for it, they talk, they distract. They keep you entertained because silence feels like exposure to them. Carl Jung once said, we talk to fill the empty space, not realizing that the empty space is where the truth lives. She isn't trying to overwhelm you or take over the conversation. She's trying to avoid the ache of feeling unseen. If she stops talking, she fears you'll stop noticing her. If she slows down, the loneliness she's been carrying catches up again. I've seen this in women who live alone, women who lost partners, or women who spent years in relationships where they felt emotionally invisible. The over-cheerful greeting is their way of saying, see me, I'm still here, I still matter. But beneath the laughter lies a quiet question. Would you stay if I stopped performing? This greeting isn't about attraction in the usual sense. It's about craving connection so deeply that she tries to protect it at any cost. She'll keep the energy high to stop the moment from drifting away, even if it drains her. She's showing up, you can feel that. But she's not sure silence is safe yet. And sometimes the most honest greeting a woman can offer isn't loud or bubbly at all. It's the quiet one, the one that reveals everything without a sound. This is the greeting where her eyes speak before her mouth does, and it tells you far more than a flood of words ever could. This is the greeting that makes you pause. She doesn't rush to talk. She doesn't try to cover the space with chatter or forced friendliness. Instead, she simply looks at you, really looks. Her eyes hold yours a little longer than normal. There's warmth in them, but there's also something deeper, a kind of longing, a trace of absence, like she's remembering something she once felt but hasn't experienced in a long time. Silence becomes her confession. The soul always knows how to heal itself, Caroline Myss once wrote. The challenge is to quiet the mind. Dating after 60 is a completely different emotional landscape than dating at any earlier stage of life. By this age, people have lived through heartbreak, loss, long marriages, loneliness, routine, and sometimes years of emotional neglect. So when a woman greets you, especially if she hasn't had intimacy, emotional or physical, for a long time, her body reacts before her mind does. The greeting becomes a window into everything she's been carrying quietly. Her tone, her eyes, the distance she keeps or closes, all reveal layers of her story without her ever needing to speak them out loud. A woman who hasn't felt seen in years will approach connection very differently from someone who has been consistently loved. She may cling a little longer during a hug, or she may avoid touch altogether. She may greet with bright, nervous chatter, or she may greet you with silence that says more than words ever could. These small gestures are her way of checking whether she can trust again. When she touches your arm, she's not always flirting. She may be reaching out to remember what closeness feels like. When she pulls back slightly, it's not rejection, it's caution shaped by old wounds. When she talks too fast, she's trying to cover the fear that if she stops, she'll disappear again. And when she greets you with nothing but her eyes, it's because she's hoping you'll see the parts of her she doesn't know how to express anymore. Many women over 60 carry a mixture of longing and hesitation. They want connection, but they fear the cost of opening up again. Years of loneliness can make even simple greetings feel emotionally charged. A soft smile can carry sorrow and hope at the same time. A warm greeting can hide a deep hunger for affection. A distant one can hide the fear of being hurt again. What looks simple on the surface is often shaped by everything she has lived through. Abandonment, caregiving, bereavement, years of feeling unnoticed, or relationships where she loved deeply but received very little in return. This stage of life teaches people to guard themselves, but it also teaches them to value genuine connection like never before. Women who greet you with warmth are often craving touch they no longer receive. Women who greet with distance are protecting their last pieces of softness. Women who greet with chatter are trying to feel alive again. And women who greet with silence are hoping you'll notice their soul before you notice their words. If you learn to see these greetings for what they really are, you begin to understand women not through age, makeup, or words, but through presence. And presence speaks louder after 60 than at any other time in life. When a woman greets you this way, it's usually because she has felt emotionally numb for too long. She doesn't know whether she should move closer or pull back. Her soul hesitates before her body even reacts. In that small pause, she's asking a silent question. Can I still feel safe here? This is the greeting of a woman grieving lost intimacy, not only physical closeness, but the feeling of being known, wanted, and valued without needing to explain herself. When that has been missing, she forgets how to step into it again. So she waits, observes, and checks the emotional temperature to see if it's safe to trust. I remember meeting a woman named Bella at a small gathering last year. She greeted me with a soft smile and a small nod, but she didn't talk right away. Her eyes held mine for 3 or 4 seconds, long enough to notice, long enough to feel intentional. Later, she admitted she hadn't had a meaningful conversation with a man in over a year. Not because she didn't want one, but because she forgot how to begin. Sometimes, she said quietly, you lose the language of connection, and you fear that if you try to speak it again, no one will understand you. That silent greeting was her way of saying, "I'm here, but I'm tender right now. So please, meet her gently." If this message speaks to you, save this video so you can return to it later. Understanding subtle attraction cues and emotional signals can help you connect more deeply with the women in your life, especially after 60, when intimacy becomes softer but still deeply meaningful. She's not avoiding closeness. She's simply checking whether closeness is still possible. And in that quiet moment, she's offering more of herself than you realize. By now, you can see a greeting is never just a small action. It's a doorway into the story she carries and the walls she's slowly learning to lower after 60. Attraction psychology isn't loud or dramatic. It lives in the quiet details, in how she greets you, how long she stays present, how subtly she withdraws. If you pay real attention, you'll understand that female body language is a language of its own. It's something you must learn to read with your whole awareness, not just your ears or eyes. As Anais Nin said, we do not see things as they are. We see them as we are. So when a woman greets you in one of these 4 ways, remember she's not simply showing up. She's revealing who she has become in the absence of intimacy. And that reveal takes courage. Which of these greetings have you seen most in your life? Were you the man who noticed and responded with care, or the one who didn't catch the signs? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might help another man understand what women say without words. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more insights on attraction after 60, emotional awareness, relationship dynamics, and the psychology of connection. I'm building a community here, one that values depth, understanding, and the quiet wisdom that comes with age. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.